And there we go. So again, my name is Radi Haloub. I'm Associate Professor and Program Leader for Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management here at Global Business School for Health. And welcome to the Open Day today to talk about this course, this unique course that we deliver here at Global Business School for Health. I'm talking to you today here from Wampool Street in UCL East. I know I have this background behind me, but I can see the Stratford behind me from that window. But before I start to talk about the program, let me just check the attendees. We've got about, okay, that's good enough. We've got about 8 so far. I'm expecting much more, but we will start to share my screen. There we go. And so I'm sharing my screen here about the MSc Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management Open Day. That unique program will equip you with the skills that this important industry would need to handle in the near future. There are high challenges for such an industry, many changes. We have been through so many changes during COVID time, post-COVID, pre-COVID. What did we learn over the last few years, and what we are gonna move forward, or what we're going to take forward in the next decades about the biotech and pharmaceutical management. The biotech and pharmaceutical management is basically your ability to understand the context and the concept at the same time, and you understand the industry level analysis. Today we're going to talk about who we are, why we're doing this, and why we're delivering such a course here at UCL. So we are the first business school in the world, and we are totally dedicated to educating the next generation of health and healthcare management leaders. If you can see here in this photo, you can see me here standing, and you can see all my students who joined me this year in biotech and pharmaceutical management. So we reimagine the global healthcare management. We think that the pharmaceuticals and biotech are the main engines for healthcare management. We've got a few questions. We will go to the Q&A at the end of the open day, if that's okay. Please put your questions in the Q&A, and of course, I will answer all your questions. So we look at these challenges from business perspective. We think that leading the industry would need soft skills, would need business skills to lead such an industry, such an important industry at the global level. And we always inspire healthcare management, and we inspire the public good, into how we manage healthcare and how public will benefit from, healthcare industry. The biotech and pharmaceutical management is basically part of that industry. It's one of the profitable industry in a way, but we need to keep it sustainable at the same time. It's just a balance between the stakeholders and the shareholders' pressures between pharmaceuticals, in the pharmaceuticals and biotech. There are many changes in this industry. Let me just move this aside. Or maybe I can take. So the MSc Biotech and Pharmaceutical Management, it advanced your knowledge of biotech and pharmaceutical sector from a business development and management perspective. We also provide better understanding and forces driving the science and business interaction and make up these dynamic sectors. We have the pharmacoeconomics, where we think that the changes in the social behavior will change the demand for certain drugs, and that would change how we manage these drugs. And ideally, this program, for anyone who would like to start their own business, if you want to start a small biotech company, or you want to join an existing pharmaceutical company. The program would cost about $18K for local students and $100K for overseas students. And we will start in September 2023. And the duration for full-time is 12 months and 24 months for part-time. And we are basically here in UCL East. So in the admissions and entry requirements, we look at a UK degree in health science, maybe business and economics, and any related subject that might be, as long as it is an undergrad degree. And we accept also an overseas qualification of an equivalent standard of 2.1 or graduates with a relevant degree of classification, but it has you have an extensive relevant work experience. You're welcome to apply, if you have the experience and you would like to learn from this course. The language requirements, we are expecting IELTS of 7 or above, and no area less than 6.5 in subtests. Please invest in your personal statement. That personal statement you might need not only for your application, but you might need it later on. And then you might reflect, why did you join the course? And at the end of the course, you can compare what you've written at the beginning and what you have achieved in this course. And we also need one reference. So all the photos that you see here are my students, by the way, which is quite nice to see. So this program is basically for those who are already working in a biotechnology and pharmaceuticals, but wish to cross over into management side. So you want to move into managerial side of things. You probably have the biotech mindset. You're a pharmacist, you're a healthcare, advisor, maybe, and you would like just to move forward into managerial side. And this course is for you. You probably may work in a consultancy capacity or, within the biotechnology or pharmaceutical sector. And maybe you would like to just be specialized in certain knowledge for certain customers and clients. It's ideal for individuals who would like to work in pharmaceutical industry, or maybe, as I said earlier, to start up your own business, or you start up something, you spot an opportunity. We will equip you with what you need to spot market opportunities. We will teach you what we mean by substitutes. We will teach you how we create competitive advantage in such an industry. And sometimes it sounds like it's a business and it's non-business at the same time. And that's what I said earlier, is the balance between stakeholders and shareholders in this industry is very important. Again, you can see me here in the middle. And all these my students, it's the program induction activities. It's a 1-week induction, enables students to focus on personal and professional development. Students invited to complete analysis, self-paced course on global health. And this program is 180 credits. We've got 6 compulsory 15 credits module, 1 compulsory 30 credit module, and 2 30 credit projects modules. So bear in mind that the 180 credits are distributed equally between the terms. So term 1, you've got 60 credits, term 2, 60 credits, and term 3, also 60 credits. We will equip you with what we mean by clinical trials and statistics in term 1. You will also learn from policies and practices of pharmaceuticals and how policies and practices interact with the demand within the market and the changes within the environment, how these can create opportunities, how these can also lead to risks and threats for the industry. We need you guys to start up and sustain that industry and keep it alive, because, as I said earlier, biotech and pharmaceutical industry is the engine for healthcare management. The business project, you will work in groups, develop new idea about new drug, probably, a process, a product, a service that you think it has a market gap. And you will work with your colleagues, with your team. You come up with a solution for an existing problem or a certain phenomenon, probably here in the UK, outside the UK, in your home country, away from, or in any country in the world. But that business project would be, at the end, your own idea. We can move this to another level where we can transfer this to UCLB and UCLC, who would help you to articulate these ideas into real businesses. The research project is an extended literature review. It's a desk-based research where it's a choice, it's a topic of your choice, where you combine learning from the program and you're using the details that you collected from or the theory that you have already from the program, and you build it on into your research. Always remember, these projects are quite important for your personal statement after you graduate. When you graduate in the interviews, they will ask you, what was your project all about? In the research, what was your project all about in your business project? And that will be your opportunity to explain and to expand on what you have delivered in these two modules. We offer scholarships. So we've got Women Health Leadership Leaders Scholarship, about 5K. And that's for female, who demonstrate leadership potential and prepare students to move into a senior management or C-suite role. So you need to consider these factors also as part of market opportunity. That's your opportunity, to get into the course. We also have Global Healthcare Leaders Scholarship, also up to 5K. And that's for global healthcare leaders. Scholarships is for students from either UK, Africa, Asia, South America, who have exceptional leadership potential in their fields. So you need to look closely at the website. There are loads of other opportunities that you might consider when you apply for this course. But before you apply for funding, you need to secure a place first. So you need to make the application and to get the offer letter, even if that's conditional or unconditional, and then you apply for scholarships. Bear in mind that all these are available on the website. As I said, that there are some UCL scholarships that are available on the website. Please have a look. And we also look at the scholarships such as the Master's Bursaries by the UK, the GRADE, the Fulbright, the Commonwealth. So all these scholarships are available. So please visit the website and try to grab the opportunity of using these available resources. We've just finished our career festival last week. We've had, employers came to the university. They met with the students, and they also, we've had a panel where we talked about the future of the industry, the future of healthcare, and how we split the gaps in such an industry. So you will have in the career support 1 week induction before the program starts, focus on personal and professional development. And during your study, you will be also engaged with resources and career workshops. Every 2 weeks, we've got workshops, probably how to write your CV, how to write your personal statement, what you need to look for, before you apply for a job. What is your target? I believe that we work with others, we don't work for others. So you need to make sure that you are on the right track. You can work as a health consultant, in Big Four consulting firms like PwC, Deloitte, KPMG. So all these, McKinsey, Boston, they are all here in London, and they have the opportunity, for career development. They have the opportunity also, for you to work with the industry. And you can also work in big pharma, biotech and public private healthcare spaces, in the NHS and WHO. And there are loads of pharmaceutical companies here in the UK, AstraZeneca, GlaxoSmithKline, all these are available here for you. We have access to these companies, and probably we can also engage, we let you engage with those speakers when they join us in the seminars. We also have extracurricular activities and the student support. So we have the student union, we have clubs and societies like like most of the industry sectors here in the UK. But in UCL, we offer loads of support, and we offer a lot of activities for students. We have also societies, volunteering activities, student support and well-being is also available. And we have a fantastic support from the Students' Union for advice and services. So all these activities are quite impressive to use, and the university invested a lot of activities into these, these societies and activities. I'm not sure if you have been to Stratford before. It's a state-of-art facilities. When you walk, you will see every time you will see something new, a new building. This is where we are now. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse. Oh, sorry. So I'm trying to use this, but it doesn't really work. So we are on the left side of this canal. So that's One Pool Street, and in the right side, you will see Marshgate. We will be moving there from September 2023. So we've got exciting new student accommodation. You are basically in London, and London is a great city for studying. It's one of the best, actually. You're very close to the shopping centres. With Westgate around the corner, 8 minutes from Stratford to St Pancras International, if you would like to live in the central of London. We also have sport facilities. Parks and museums are also available in London. Life in London, basically, it's a new experience actually for some. There are loads of activities where you can walk in the city center, or maybe you can engage in visit different museums and tourist attractions as well. It has been ranked top city for students in the UK in 2021, according to QS. So living in London and studying in London is quite attractive for students. We also have the upcoming events. We've got programs like MPhil, PhD information session, and we have EMBA Health, an open day on the 3rd of March, DBA Health open day on the 9th of March, and MBA Health on the 24th of March. And again, we've got another one for EMBA on the 28th of March. A lot of these activities are available on the website, so please make sure that you register. You can ask questions freely to the tutors. You can ask questions to the program leaders and directors of the school. So we've got already 4 questions, which is great. So that means we're engaged. However, if you would like to ask a specific question and you don't want to put that question here in the Q&A, so you're more than welcome to email admissions@gbsh@ucl.ac.uk. And by all means, just check the website, look for the latest updates. We've got loads of activities for students, for the society, for individuals to work with us and to get engaged with our activities for global health. We have passion to change the healthcare management, and we will deliver what we aim for. So that's my presentation. So let's go directly to the questions. I'll stop sharing my screen now. And we've got a few questions, so let's have a look. So we've got the first question: what is the difference between this course and Bioscience Entrepreneurship course? I'm aware that there are different courses that are available for students. The Bioscience Entrepreneurship course is from what I can see is basically it's purely articulated to business startups. So for example, your life, it will be probably in the lab, and you create a new product that you might take it forward into the market, and the entrepreneurship component would give you the skills to start up your business. But for the biotech and pharmaceutical management, it takes the both. It takes, if you would like to start your own business, we'll get you in touch with entrepreneurs who already started their business. We'll get you in touch with Oxford, who created the vaccine for us and gave it to AstraZeneca to promote it. So we will get you in touch with those individuals. So that is the main difference. The main difference is basically the aim of the course itself. If you have like a follow-up question, please type it and I will follow up with you by all means. And I'm more than happy to answer your questions. So the next question, what are the main rules of employment after graduation? Can you give examples? 20% of our students secured internships already. Few students secured internships in China, in Japan, in the UK, one in the US. So a lot of these students, they are basically looking for employment. We promote this course from day one. Your career already started. So there's no way to go back. And we would like this to move forward throughout the delivery of the course. We will make all the efforts to give you the opportunities. So you can work as a consultant in the big four consultancy companies. You can work in a pharmaceutical company. You can lead sections, you can lead departments, you can lead people. You can create a business unit where that business unit would be, you will be engaged and more engaged with the theory and how to find the gaps. We will give you enough skills to support you in giving you the best out of it to find a job. The next question is from Farman Muhammad. I am a biotechnologist having 2 years of all medical lab experience. What job I can do as biotechnologist in pharmaceutical? There's no difference between pharmaceutical industry and biotech. Actually, most of the pharmaceutical companies are now acquiring biotechnology companies. And that change in the market, they would need people like you, Farman. They will need people like you to lead that or to lead that unit of that company. The pharmaceutical industry, they are very much keen to work with chemistry and chemical stuff. But for the biotechnology, of course, that's different. So someone with your skills, you might be able to apply for these jobs. So I've got an extended question here, which is, I've done my bachelor's degree in biotechnology with 2 years of molecular lab experience. I want to join molecular biologist, job sharply. I have complete documents, which is registered for international countries, like my experience letter, good standing certificate, health allied license, health allied registration, recommendation letter, motivation letter, English. So it looks to me that you've applied for the course and you're still waiting for the feedback from us. So my advice to you is just usually it takes us a few weeks until we reply back because it goes through a long screening process. So we screen the paperwork and we make sure that all the paperwork are there and certified, and then it goes to the department to verify and issue offers. Will this course be the next step forward to research in drug discovery? So I'm trying just to understand the question, and I'll be very careful in answering this question. This course is basically to enrich your soft skills in leadership and management. And that would take you to manage units and manage teams. But the research in drug discovery, it needs special requirements, such as the efficiency of process, such as leading innovation, and such as working with industries, having the mindset in leading the changes in the drug discovery. So the drug discovery or the research and development is only one part of the course that would represent about 17%, which is introduction to clinical trials. But it's not, it will not going to lead you to research in drug discovery. The research in drug discovery will be another course. That is basically for the management. But we will teach you how to manage the resources and how to manage the the R&D in a way. So I've got all the questions here. Let me just have a look. Okay. So I've answered all the questions. Do we have any more questions? That's your chance to ask the questions. So please make sure that you ask the questions that you have. If you would like to speak, just put down in the chat that you would like to talk to me, and I will allow this to open. I will give you the mic to speak about your experience if you have a specific question or specific concern. I always say I've done my degree in pharmacy, by the way, and when I graduated, that was 23 years ago. I started to look for a job, and I thought that my future as a pharmacist will be much more secured in a pharmaceutical industry. And the first day I've been to the company, they asked me to write a business report about how we increase our, market share in certain areas, and write a proposal where I have to write the return on investment, return on equity. And to be honest, I didn't know how to do it. I thought I'll be able to do it. It will be a piece of cake. But where would I start? How to write it down and how to put it in paper? That was really tough. So I've had to go back to my books. I was a bit naive, and go back to my books in pharmacology and pharmacognosy. And I started to think, where would I find this in my books? I couldn't find it. It's not there. But I had to study accounting using the library resources just to try to understand what do we mean by return on investment and calculating the profits and minimizing the costs. It took me a while just to understand what I've done at the university is not what is needed for that industry or for that job. So in this course, I promised myself not to get any of the graduates into that experience again, and to help you to understand that this experience in management would give you the opportunity to penetrate the market and be able to convince others with your business ideas. How many ideas that didn't go through, and we couldn't find a host, we couldn't find a client to purchase that idea, and it is gone because we don't have enough skills or we don't have the business mindset. A lot. And the only way of avoiding this is basically to learn what we mean by management, to learn what we mean by soft skills, and how we put that in a context of healthcare and pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical is a business-driven, is a profit-driven industry. We have to acknowledge that. But at the same time, it's driven by innovation. So how the innovation can sustain the profit, whilst at the same time support the society and support the healthcare industry. That is the question. And you probably have to write this question somewhere if you want to join the course, and write it down on the board and to say, I need to find an answer for that. So if the disease that I would like to treat is not profitable enough, means the segment is not big enough, so what will going to happen? Will I go ahead and invest in the R&D? If yes, why? And if not, what will going to happen? So all these questions are quite important. We teach access to medicine, and how the pharmaceutical industry would allow access to medicine globally. Okay, any questions about the course? Just have a look. So no questions so far. I hope that is enjoyable, and I hope that you benefited something from this webinar. You can always put thumbs up, or you can always say thanks in the question and answer, just to let me feel that feel the engagement. But meanwhile, if you need me, if you have any questions, or you would like to discuss anything with me, what you need to do is just to email me at r.haloub@ucl.ac.uk. And thank you so much for your precious time. You're welcome, Faman, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in this course. and I'm looking to see, and even if you want, thanks, Alexandra. Even if you want to ask any question, even if that is relevant to the course, or even if that's relevant to your career, where you are now, it's not necessarily about the course. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. All the best of luck to you all, and have a very good night if you are here in the UK. Bye-bye.